Thank you, Co-Chair. The current global financial system is failing to address rising inequalities, debt distress, climate and ecological breakdown, chronic underfunding, and costs of public services that affect billions of lives, especially in the global south, like my country, Nigeria. Unpaid care and domestic work, predominantly done by women, acts as a shock absorber, exacerbating gender inequalities in the context of crisis, and remains a major unrecognized subsidy to the global economy. These issues are deeply entrenched in and reproduced by the inequitable design of the current international financial architecture. It is therefore distressing and unnecessary that the FFD4 outcome reduces systemic issues to narrow focus on IMF and the World Bank. By agreeing to work through the governance structures of these institutions, Global South countries remain locked into governance systems and structurally excludes and marginalize them. Whereas the Monterey Consensus acknowledged that systemic asymmetries defining the international financial and monetary architecture cannot be resolved on the national terrain and reveal their steep social and economic costs through recurrent crises. The current text unnecessarily takes a step backwards on democratic global economic governance. We cannot stress the enormous human cost of the current system and the urgency for systemic change. 3 out of 4 countries, like my country again, spend more on servicing external debts than on health care. And in some cases, spend as much as $5 US on debt servicing for every $1 spent on health. Despite their gravity, these issues are not unsurmountable. Overcoming these global challenges is a political choice that requires unwavering commitment to justice, equity, democracy, and to the well-being of people and the planet. In reality, the IFIs have not delivered on governance reform for years, and we do not expect them to do that now. IFIs need to be brought fully into the UN system, accountable to the UN General Assembly, governed democratically, and guided by universal participation that respects human rights and gender equity. FFD4 should therefore initiate a profound review of the IFIs and MDBs, governance structures, and mandates, hence reaffirming the role of the UN in global economic governance. The following up of FFD4 remains critical to push for systemic change needed. Inclusion of voices, urgency includes the role of civil society within the UN processes. The voice and the dignity of civil society has been jeopardized at this FFD4 in Sevilla. A climate of top-down power, fear and anxiety in the UN conference, especially one held